Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And if this video gets to 2,500 likes, I am literally going to start a new video series where I trade my way from $10,000 to either 100,000 or a million. Whatever you guys want, put it in the comment section down below. But make sure you smash that like button and of course subscribe to the channel, as there are a ton of other cool things coming throughout the next couple of weeks. But for right now, I want to quickly guide you guys through what exactly is going to happen to XRP on the 14th. I already hinted at it a little bit earlier today, but I want to elaborate more on it and explain what I think is going to happen to the price. Make sure you understand that this is in no way, shape, or form a guarantee. I can only tell you what is most likely from what we have seen before, I guess from different parts of the lawsuit. Now, breaking. The petition by crypto for an investigation of Jay Clayton and William Hinman for conflicts of interest during their terms at the SEC will be submitted to Gary Gensler on Friday, May 14th. And the second part, which we already discussed earlier, this is not new, XRP versus Ripple. Ripple requests until Friday, May 14th to respond to the SEC motion to compel documents regarding legal advice Ripple received about XRP, and the SEC agrees to those requests. So, having said that, what is happening in the most easy terms possible? The 14th, we have two things. One, it is Ripple responding to the SEC saying, hey, Ripple, you're claiming in some way, shape, or form at some points that you received legal advice saying that XRP is not a security, and you've used that part selectively. Where did you get that advice, and who exactly was it, and how exactly did it come to that conclusion, and why are you only using it selectively, and at some points you're saying you did not know? That exactly they want answered. Ripple has to respond and explain where they got financial advice from, where they got the reasonable conclusion, and a little bit akin to that, right? Usually, these dates are very bullish. And the reason I'm telling you guys that is because the day itself and a little bit prior, usually people start to anticipate and buy into it because, well, Ripple is most likely going to let go a juicy little response right there, which most likely will make a lot of people a lot of money, right? That's usually what happens. It's just the XRP price right now for a very good part reflects the Ripple process / progress in this lawsuit. And right now, as it currently stands, it's just looking juicy. That's all I can say about the situation. Now, on that same note, yeah, would I buy right now in anticipation of this one? I would say no. But together with the fact that, well, you're going to also file something to Gary Gensler, 17,000 people have signed the petition calling on SEC Chair Gary Gensler to end the war on XRP, work with crypto holders on a new regulatory framework, and investigate Clayton and Hinman. Since this is also happening on the same day, I do think people will actually attach a little bit of extra emotion to it and actually trade it a little bit more bullishly even. Then again, this date specific, this little signing or whatever you want to call it specifically isn't actually that big of a deal. It is basically just, let's say you as an individual were to just put up a change.org, it gets a lot of signees, just people who signed up, and you proposing it, it doesn't necessarily mean something's going to happen. It doesn't necessarily mean they take you seriously. You just got some people to sign some document and they're going to look at it. That is basically that. Doesn't mean they will actually spend 10 seconds or even 1 second actually looking at it. It's just kind of a word, right? They're saying, oh, it's going to be gifted to Gary Gensler. Okay, but what does that mean? We don't really know. Then again, in essence, it's quite cool, to think that Jay Clayton and William Hinman will be investigated by Gary Gensler, at least to some degree. The idea is pretty nice, and since a lot of the XP community does think that they are, not playing this game fairly, it might aid. And together with the fact that Ripple, of course, in this lawsuit right now is getting all the information regarding Ether and XRPs in terms of resemblance, that might also be big, and that might also add. Now, to kind of come together with this whole story, why it's such a big deal on the 14th, is because Ripple, if they have a proper response, it really, again, adds to their defense. And also, it adds to the SEC's offense, where the SEC right now is trying their best to find some weakness in Ripple. But Ripple isn't budging. And that is also why Ripple right now is so freaking solid and the price is doing so good, because Ripple has won time and time and time again with almost anything that the SEC throws at them. So if this were to be the first time that the Ripple has a really weak-ass response, that would be bearish, logically, right? But I don't think so. I think Ripple's just going to excel again, give a beautiful answer, and let the SEC eat some farts or something like that. Just just something, I don't really know exactly what. But yeah, Ripple will most likely just have another fire response. And Crypto Wizard here says, Gary, shut it. I'm not exactly sure what he meant with that. A lot of people responded to it and a lot of people sent it to me, but I'm not exactly sure what that was. Now, another little fun fact. I told you all, I'm updating myself about this lawsuit every single second. You know how many times I've refreshed this freaking website today? You don't want to know. Please don't ask me. You don't want to know. It's been more than healthy for a human being. How many times I've freaking refreshed this? It's not healthy. But he still got the info from somewhere else. I don't know exactly where or how or why. I couldn't find it myself, but I guess it's good that at least we have Twitter so we can see all the information whenever it is posted or whenever it is necessary. There was also another little thread right here which I found interesting. Eric Lipton says, I was amazed as I looked around and saw just how many DC power brokers have been hired up by the crypto industry. It's not just lobbyists. These shadow lobbyists too, like Teneo, which assigned a former top treasury official to work his magic to fight the SEC case. A few examples, Binance hires former Senate Financial Chairman Max Baucus. Binance US hires former acting head of the control of the currency, i.e. one of the top banking regulators in the US. BlockFi puts just departed chairman of Commodities Futures Trading Commission on its board. Just departed chairman of the SEC, where does he go? After kicking off enforcement action versus Ripple to One River Management, a company that is a major investor in Bitcoin, a Ripple competitor, and Clayton joins who else at One River? John Orzak and Kevin Hassett. You want more examples? Who is Ripple's lawyer defending it against the SEC charges? The former chairwoman of the SEC, Mary Jo White. She is working alongside former SEC enforcement chief Andrew J. Suresny, whatever, is defending Ripple. SEC website still lists him in the job. Read the story. Bottom line, as the stakes have grown, so has the recognition that crypto's future will be shaped in Washington, prompting a rush to scoop up well-connected lobbyists, lawyers, and consultants. Which is also for a good part, obviously, why Ripple hired the 43rd treasurer of the United States. I think a lot of it is just to do with the fact that you are adding legitimacy to your company and you want to make sure that you know what you're doing. You have the expertise, and you can't say a treasurer doesn't know about freaking money. You can tell me a lot of things, but one thing I will never accept is the statement that a treasurer of the U.S. doesn't know about money. So her on the Ripple team, you're kind of verifying for yourself that you have proper knowledge. If she didn't figure out that XRP was a security on her own, then either she's literally dumb in the head, just, really literally dumb, or it's just too rough of an area that you can't necessarily make up one opinion. You can make up, debates about things. And that's exactly where we stand right now. Since she joined the board, basically, in the SEC's words, joining a fraud company, even though they're not accusing them of fraud, they're accusing them of security investment sales, or basically just unregistered security sales, which is basically still fraud depending on how you view it. It's just you didn't register for something properly. So again, you're selling something which wasn't registered. That's against the rules, right? If she's joining a company like that, don't you think she's also looked into it, known about it, and all of that? David Schwartz joked about it and said we didn't tell her about the lawsuit. But once more, think about that. Think about that properly. They all know. It's either, there's two scenarios still in my opinion. Either this whole lawsuit is just all a game. It's all been planned in freaking Washington, and it's all been planned all along. The whole Jake Clayton ordeal it's all part of the saga. It's all part of the bigger plan. Could be true. The second part would, of course, be that Ripple got caught off guard, but they're really putting their best foot forward to just win this through and, really get it straight again, because they should. I still don't think XP is a security. Then let me quickly see what else I got. I got Bybit open right here. I saw a ton of people post hatred again in the comment section saying, Dusty, you are wrong. Dusty, the price is going to go down. What do I do? Panic, whatever. Keep telling people my strategy is fixed. I always go for the same strategy in a bull run, and it works every single time. It is hard to lose money in a bull run as long as you are solid with your, analysis, but mostly just solid with your way of going about things. For example, if you see a huge XRP dump, well, at one point or another, you can definitely open a long position, and you can just add the lower it goes. Theoretically speaking, if you saw, oh no, let's say not in practice, but in theory, if you were to actually literally look from 163, you see the price dump to about $1.40, for example, which is definitely quite significant. You could definitely start a long position from here. Why? Well, that is ridiculously freaking low. Problem was, if you started long, you would have been liquidated because the price went down further. So what you do is you add every time you go lower. This is once more for long positions on Bybit specifically, but again, it works on every platform the same way. You add, and you just make sure you average price as low as possible, because the price can't correct so significantly much. In this case here, it corrected 27% in such a short amount of time here without another upswing. And again, if you just keep buying the dip, at one point or another, you got some juicy dip, and the way upwards again, you're making that money and you can cash it all out. That's just basically what it's all about. That you're buying to make sure that once it goes back up, you're making money. And that is also why my trading strategy works so properly. I usually don't have that many solid strategies for leverage. I usually do spot trading, as you guys most likely know by now. But for leverage, I also just DCA to some degree. Not the same. It's really quite different, and I'll most likely make some update videos on that as well at one point or another. But the thing is, I don't like to post anything related to leverage because I think it's too easy for people to lose their money. The only problem is I do like leverage trading, and I do it all the time. So I do recommend this platform if you want to go for it. It works like a charm, and I'm the only person out there who has XRP specific bonuses. So use the link down below. But yeah, it's a 50-50, right? If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. If you do know what you're doing, this is definitely a solid platform that I love right now. And then, I guess basically, let's conclude. Do we think on the 14th the price will go up or down? Logically, logic would to say that the price is going to go up because people, again, kind of prior to 14th, because people will buy in anticipation that Ripple's going to say something bullish. Then again, as you can clearly see, the price went down right now, which is most likely just following the rest of the crypto market, right? It's not XRP specifically. There's nothing really on the XRP forefront significantly that's so negative. Could have been Binance withdrawals being halted. It could have been people selling a lot of their stupid ass altcoins for more Ethereum or just for, dollar again for fiat because they made a lot of money with sheep, for example. It could be so many things. Nobody really found out what exactly was the flash crash cause. We did see, however, that there was some huge liquidations for some unapparent reason. I don't have it open anymore. But there were a ton of huge liquidations. Just trust me when I say that. And let's quickly see what else we had right here. Justin's son offers Elon Musk $50 million in Doge to launch satellite for Tron. I think that was pretty damn funny to see. Justin's son said, Elon, I am serious. I would like to pay $50 million worth of Doge for this launch, and you should consider my offer since SpaceX needs the first satellite deal transaction paid with Doge for customer order. Let's do it. Just like Miyazawa, you suck. I think that's quite funny. That's all I can say about it. It's quite funny. Yeah, that's basically it. Then almost $200 billion worth of Bitcoin is currently at risk. Report warns. It basically once more is about I'm gonna say it's also about the risk of crypto. One thing I actually should say about these types of articles and these types of situations is, man, if you have your crypto on an exchange, be careful. I keep telling people, if you have it on a place like a Binance, a Bybit, a Coinbase, a BITRUE, some of these huge names, okay, you're not that prone to get scammed, or you're not that prone to get all your money lost. But then again, what we saw today with Binance is that they stopped withdrawals. That should really just let some bells ring inside your head that things are scary. Specifically in the crypto space, it's a scary little game to play. Exchange could just be gone tomorrow or stop you from withdrawing, and boom, poof, all your money is just lost because, well, they're gone with the freaking wind. Can you sue them? Well, maybe, but if they're gone with the wind, if they scammed you and scammed everybody, or if they're just illiquid all of a sudden, you might literally have nothing left. It could definitely be. Crypto exchanges are not as proper as real banks, so be a little bit more careful with that. Try to be your own bank as much as possible. That is also why I always recommend Ledger Nanos. A link down below. There's also, I think, a link to Net Ledger, whatever. If you want to use it, you can use it. And if you deposit over 1,000 XRP over on Bybit using the link down below, you're already eligible for Ledger Nano X as well. Right now, there's going to be 5 Ledger Nano X's that are going to be given away. And because you guys went pretty nutty, I'm going to try get that to 10. Not sure if it's possible, but I'm going to try. And there's also because there's more and more people just signing up with 1,000 XRP deposited. So I told you guys I want to get that ratio to about 1 in 5 or so, but I don't think that's going to work anymore. A lot of you guys signed up a little bit more than anticipated, so I might have to go for about 1 in 10, 1 in 7. I'm not quite sure about that, but I'm going to try make it as best as possible. All right, the more people that sign up, the more people that trade on there, the more leverage I have, obviously, and I'm trying my best. But I'm the only person right now who has XRP specific competitions coming, and right now there's also a 25 XRP deposit bonus if you deposit 500. And keep in mind, there's more coming. All right, do not worry about it. I'm gonna get you guys the best freaking deals, but that is it for right now. Let's quickly see. Charles Hoskinson posted the one awful picture with the freaking toe shoes. I don't like this. I don't. Ethereum skyrockets past 4K, tapping a new all-time high. Ether dominance jumps 20%. Yo. Ethereum dominance of freaking 20%. That is huge, huh? That is freaking huge. It was a pretty good day for altcoins anyway. It's really interesting. Let's put it like that. It's an interesting time to be alive. It's specifically interesting to watch crypto right now and watch Bitcoin's dominance just unfold and go down like crazy, just tumble because people are buying alts like crazy. And then this article, which we started off with, says, American economist says Bitcoin won't be digital gold and CBDCs will kill cryptos. You know what a fun fact is that XRP is working with those CBDCs. Keep that in your motherfucking mind, all right? XRP, CBDC, the connection is there. Regardless of what happens, XRP is not going anywhere. It's going only to the freaking moon. That was it for today's video. If you all enjoyed it, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another one. Take care.